Imagine a life untouched by the modern world. No bustling cities, no internet, no noise except the wind whispering through the trees. This was Agafia Lykova's reality. Deep within the Siberian wilderness, she lived in complete isolation. Her family, her only companions. For over 2 decades, she lived this way, cut off from the world. But then, one day, everything changed. A stranger knocked on her door. This is the incredible true story of Agafia Lykova, a woman who embodies resilience and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Her story is a powerful reminder that even in the most remote corners of the world, the human spirit can thrive, and that connection, even after years of isolation, has the power to change everything. To understand Agafia's story, we need to go back in time. Her family were Old Believers, a group of Russian Orthodox Christians who resisted religious reforms in the 17th century. Persecuted for their beliefs, they fled deep into the Taiga forests of Siberia in the 1930s, seeking refuge from a world they saw as increasingly hostile to their faith. The Lykov family, led by Agafia's father Karp, built a life for themselves in this unforgiving wilderness. They were completely self-sufficient, hunting, fishing, and farming for survival. They built their own homes, stitched their own clothes, and relied on their faith to guide them. For them, this isolation was not a hardship. It was a sanctuary. Born in 1944, Agafia's world was one of towering pines, rushing rivers, and the warmth of her family's love. Her family was her entire universe, a small but complete world. She had never seen a city, a car, or even another human being outside her immediate family. The log cabin they called home was their sanctuary. Her days were spent helping her mother with household tasks, from gathering firewood to preparing meals. Learning about the natural world around her, identifying plants and animals and understanding the rhythms of the forest, and absorbing the deep religious faith that permeated every aspect of their lives. Their faith was a guiding light, offering solace and direction. Despite the hardships of their existence, Agafia's childhood was filled with a sense of wonder and contentment. The forest was her playground and her classroom. The forest provided everything they needed, from food to shelter and even medicine. And their faith provided the strength and resilience to face any challenge. Together they navigated the trials of their isolated life. She learned to read and write using the Bible and religious texts, which were their only books. Her knowledge of the outside world limited to stories passed down through generations. These stories were her window to a world she had never seen. Section 4. Discovered, but not changed. Their isolation was shattered in 1978 when a group of Soviet geologists stumbled upon their remote homestead. This encounter, after decades of solitude, brought the Lykov family's extraordinary story to light. The geologists were astonished to find a family living so remotely, cut off from all civilization. Agafia, then in her 30s, had her first glimpse of the modern world through these strangers. However, despite the geologists' attempts to introduce them to modern conveniences and the news of the outside world, the Lykovs remained deeply committed to their isolated way of life. The encounter, while significant, didn't alter their fundamental beliefs or their commitment to their solitary existence. Section 5. A life of solitude, strength and faith. Tragedy struck the Lykovs just a few years after their discovery. Agafia's mother, Akulina, passed away, followed by her siblings, Savin, Natalia, and Dmitry, in quick succession. The cause of their deaths is believed to be related to their lack of immunity to common illnesses. Despite these devastating losses, Agafia chose to remain in the wilderness, continuing the life she had always known. Her faith remained her bedrock, providing solace and strength in the face of unimaginable loneliness. Her days were marked by the rhythms of nature, her connection to her family's memory, and her unwavering belief in God. Section 6. The world finds Agafia again. Years turned into decades, and Agafia continued her solitary existence, living in harmony with the harsh Siberian environment. She relied on her deep-rooted faith and survival skills to navigate the challenges of her isolated life. However, her story, once discovered, had captivated the world. News outlets and curious minds were fascinated by her ability to thrive in such extreme conditions. She became a symbol of resilience and the enduring power of the human spirit. Her weathered face and determined expression spoke volumes about her strength and perseverance. People were drawn to her story, a testament to the strength that can be found in solitude and faith. Books, articles, and documentaries began to explore her extraordinary life. In the early 2010s, a filmmaker named Rebecca Marshall set out into the Siberian wilderness to find Agafia. Determined to document her life, Marshall braved the treacherous journey through snow and dense woods. Marshall spent months filming Agafia's daily life, capturing her quiet strength and the unique perspective of a woman who had lived so far removed from the modern world. The footage revealed the simplicity and depth of Agafia's existence. The resulting documentary brought Agafia's story to a new generation, further solidifying her place as a symbol of human resilience. Audiences around the world were moved by her unwavering spirit and the profound lessons her life imparted. Connection, however and whenever it finds us. Her journey is a beacon of hope, showing that resilience and faith can light the way through the darkest of times.